Dear students, today we are going to discuss about fuel cell. Fuel cell is just like an electrochemical cell in which chemical energy of the fuel gets converted into electrical energy. In a fuel cell, there is a container in which there are two electrodes which are porous electrodes of nickel, and electrolyte used in a fuel cell is aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. Now this is kept at a temperature around 200 degrees Celsius and a pressure of 20 to 40 atmosphere. From left hand side or from anode side, negative electrode, we are passing hydrogen gas, and from positive electrode, from cathode side, we are passing oxygen gas. Now this cell was first of all invented by a British scientist, Bacon. So it is also called a Bacon fuel cell or simply hydrogen oxygen fuel cell. Basically, these fuel cells are primary cells, means they cannot be recharged, but as we are keep on supplying the fuels hydrogen and oxygen through this electrolyte, these cells keep on working. So a device which converts chemical energy of fuel directly into electrical energy is a fuel cell, and reactions takes place in a fuel cell. At anode, hydrogen, it reacts with hydroxide ion of the base to form water, and there is release of 4 electrons. Then at cathode, that is at a positive electrode, oxygen, it reacts with the water to form hydroxide ion by taking 4 electrons. Now as there is oxidation and reduction taking place, therefore this reaction is a redox reaction. The overall reaction in a fuel cell, hydrogen is reacting with oxygen to produce water, and this is a redox type of reaction. In the fuel cell, efficiency of a fuel cell can be calculated in terms of these two thermodynamic quantities, that is delta H and delta G. Efficiency is noted by eta, that is delta G is the useful work which can be obtained from a cell. Delta H is change in enthalpy or heat change into 100. And for hydrogen oxygen fuel cell, enthalpy change is approximately 286 kilojoule per mole, and delta G, that is energy change, that is approximately 237 kilojoule per mole. Therefore, on calculating the efficiency of fuel cell, it comes out to be approximately 83%. Now what are the advantages of a fuel cell? It works continuously as long as fuels are supplied, means as long as we are supplying hydrogen and oxygen gases through aqueous solution of sodium hydroxide, this cell keeps on working. These cells do not cause any pollution because end product is water, and this cell is not producing carbon dioxide or any other gas. Therefore, this cell does not cause any type of pollution. End product is water, which can be used for drinking purposes. Efficiency of the fuel cell is 60 to 70%, which is much better than any other fuel, and this much efficiency is not for any other type of fuel. Now, what are the disadvantages or limitations of a fuel cell? Catalysts like platinum and palladium are very expensive. Therefore, it is difficult to purchase such expensive catalyst, and it is difficult to store gases like hydrogen and oxygen in the gaseous state. Therefore, at very low temperature, these gases are first of all converted into the liquid state. Both chemicals, either we are using sodium hydroxide or we are using potassium hydroxide as electrolyte, they are corrosive in nature. Another question arises that can we use only hydrogen in the fuel cells? In place of hydrogen, we can use methane, ethane, propane, butane, methanol as a fuel, and when combustion of such hydrocarbon takes place, like propane on reacting with hydroxide ion is producing CO2 and water. Similarly, at cathode, oxygen reacting with water to form hydroxide ion, and net reaction becomes C3H8 plus O2 to form CO2 plus H2. Therefore, instead of hydrogen, we can use propane, ethane, methane, methanol as the fuel instead of hydrogen.